Welcome back to Max Reaction. Hopefully you're having a great day. We are. Yeah, we're going to learn some history. This is the Korean War, 1950 to 53. War in general, all war to me is horrible. But it's a fact of life. It happens and it's going to continue because humans are never satisfied. They always want power, power, power. That's what this is about. It always is. So let's check this out.
The Korean War, June 25th, 1950 through July 27th, 1953.
It's always sad.
At the end of World War II in 1945, Korea was freed from Japanese control. North Korea was occupied by the Soviets, while the South was occupied by American forces. By 1948, the country was divided in half at the 38th parallel, with the capitalist South ruled by Syngman Rhee and the communist North ruled by Kim Il-sung.
Kim Il-sung.
Soviet troops withdrew from Korea in 1948, and U.S. troops withdrew in 1949. However,
dangerous.
North and South Korea, as enemies of one another, would not accept the border between them as permanent. The North Koreans attacked South Korea on June 25th, 1950, advancing across the 30th.
They want land and power.
Around 75,000 troops of the North Korean People's Army defeated the Republic of Korea's army with success, capturing the capital city of Seoul, then occupying the whole of South Korea except for Busan. This was a problem, as President Truman and the United States wanted to contain the
How did they stay out of Busan?
by preventing the domino effect. That is, if Korea fell, so would other countries to the ideology. South Korea appealed for support, and the United States pushed a resolution through the United Nations Security Council. The
Gotta help our allies.
did not use its veto power, as it was boycotting the council because the new communist China was not accepted. In China's seat was the pro-U.S. Chinese nationalist government of Taiwan. An appeal was made
I've been to
by
Taiwan.
the Security Council for North Korea to withdraw its troops, but was ignored. As a result, approval was granted for a UN army made up of an international force of 16 nations.
Many countries.
To South Korea, commanded by General Douglas MacArthur. The UN troops, composed mainly of Americans, landed in South Korea in early July, but were soon pushed back on the defense by the North Korean forces, forming a perimeter around Busan to defend the line until reinforcements arrived in August. Now that their position was strengthened, MacArthur went on the offensive. On September 15th, the U.S. Marines X-Corps launched an amphibious assault at Incheon. The North Korean troops were pushed back on the retreat.
Needless deaths.
And soon Seoul was recaptured, along with the whole of South Korea by the end of the month. Now, MacArthur was to go beyond the initial idea of containment. Truman, worried of a Chinese response, nevertheless approved, and UN troops moved into North Korea on October 7, 1950. On October 12th, they captured Pyongyang, the North Korean capital, and the Yalu River, which was the border with communist China. China retaliated by helping the North Koreans, sending 250,000 Chinese troops.
That's a lot of people.
The UN troops, overwhelmed by this new force, were pushed out of North Korea.
So deadly.
By January 1951, Chinese and North Korean troops had captured Seoul. General MacArthur wanted to use the atom bomb on China and was dismissed for insubordination by President Truman, who went back to a policy of containment. In June 1951,
I'm so glad he didn't use the bomb.
Were sent to Korea, eventually driving the North Korean army to the 38th parallel and stabilizing the front. Now, a stalemate set in. In July, peace talks began, but a compromise could not be found. Meanwhile, fighting continued, and American pilots fought in the air against Soviet pilots using Chinese jet fighters and wearing Chinese uniforms. General Dwight D. Eisenhower took over as president in early 1953 and sought an end to the war. After 2 years of negotiation, an armistice was signed on July 27, 1953, at Panmunjom on the 38th parallel. A demilitarized zone was set up, which stands to this day.
North to south.
Subscribe and click the notification bell for more history videos.
So it really was a needless war, you know. North Korea, they wanted to take the rest of Korea south. They did, for the most part. South Korea moved back almost to the Chinese border. China got into it, pushed it back, and a lot of people died for no reason, because till this day it's still divided that way. I know I've seen in the news where North and South have been talking a little bit, but I don't think anything's going to happen. I think it's going to stay divided because the people that run both countries are so different, and difference keeps people divided. But what a sad time. 3 years of just death, 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 and nothing accomplished. But I'm so thankful that the United States did not use the atom bomb on China. That would just been terrible, and who knows what would have happened after that. It's just, those bombs are awful. The world does not need them. What do you think? Yeah? Yeah. But anyway, awesome video. Learned a few things on the way that I didn't know about the Korean War. If you have any recommendations of what you want us to react to, we'll try to get to them. He's already saying bye-bye and I'm still talking. Are you trying to say bye-bye? Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, and we'll see you next time. Peace.